Hello Leo, and welcome to your March 2016 tarot card reading. As you can see, I use a top deck, and I've already laid the cards out just in order to save us a little bit of time of having to go through and lay them out and all that. So the way I lay the cards out, this is how you're going to start the month of March. This is the first few weeks of March. This is the second few weeks of March till the end. These cards are considered advice, and these are the things that are out of your control. So, let's see where we can go with this. You start out with the Eight of Discs, prudence, which is material affairs, building, skill, industriousness, which means you're obviously going to start out the month thinking about your situation. Then you have the Knight of Wands, which is a man who's generous, impetuous, proud. He's going to be there at the first of the month. And after that, you have the Sun, which is triumph, truth, recovery from sickness, gain. So, what I can tell from these three cards from the beginning of the month for you is you're going to have some things on your mind, but you're going to be happy about it. You're going to actually be in a pretty good place at the beginning of the month. You're going to have some thoughts going on, but you're going to be happy with where you're at. Okay, you're not starting out in a bad place, not bad at all. Let's see how the rest of the month goes. First few weeks, you start out with the Tower. So the Tower is quarrel, danger, escape from prison, and all that implies. So even though you're feeling in a good place here, you're going to start out with some arguments, with some struggles, with somebody being a pain. Then you have the Knight of Swords, a man, active, skillful, clever. He's going to be involved in the picture. And then you have the Seven of Wands, valor, which is struggle, obstacles, but the courage to meet them. Okay, so the first part of the month is not really looking that good for you, Leo. And even though you're happy here going into the month, you're feeling good, you're still going to run into some obstacles, some quarrels. You're going to have the courage. You're going to have the courage to overcome those things. You're going to meet them and slap them out of your way. But it's still not going to be a real fun 2 weeks. So the first part of March is looking like it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but you've got the courage to overcome it. Okay? Now let's look at the second part of March, going into the end of the month. You start out with the Nine of Cups, happiness, which is pleasure, happiness, physical well-being. So you obviously overcome this, and you start out the second part of the month with happiness and well-being. Then the Two of Wands, dominion, which is harmony, rule, and justice, boldness, courage. So you're happy. You've got harmony, happy, harmony. Those are good ways to go into the second part of the month, considering the first part is going to be a bit of a struggle. And by the end of the month, you have the Nine of Trumps, the Hermit, which is illumination from within, wisdom, prudence. So overall, the reading is mixed, because you're starting out feeling good, but then you've got struggles the first couple of weeks, obstacles. People are trying to be a pain, but you've got the courage and strength to meet them and knock it out of the way, because by the middle of the month, you're going into happiness, harmony, illumination, so you're going to learn from it. The first part of the month is looking like you're going to have a little bit of some struggles. The second part of March is looking really good. The second part of March, it just all comes together. So, the advice cards. Five of Discs is worry. That's a loss of money, profession, anxiety. Now remember, these are just advice. When you get an anxiety card like that, it's warning you that you're probably going to be worried up in here when you're having struggles the first few weeks. Just keep an eye on it. You don't need to get carried away with that. Then you have the Queen of Wands, which is a woman of adaptability, authority, generous. It's telling you to turn to her for advice. It's advising you to turn to her. Okay, and then you have the Four of Discs, which is power, which is law and order, success, dominion. So the advice is, don't break the law. You don't have to shoot nobody up here with it just because they're pissing you off. Okay, Those are your advice cards. Now we get to the things that are going to be out of your control during the month of March. You start off with the Chariot. The Chariot is triumph, victory, hope, health. These things are going to be out of your control. So even though you're struggling here, it's out of your control. You're going to overcome it. And that's how you get to the happiness and harmony over here in another part of the month. Then you've got the Lovers. And the Lovers are inspiration, intuition, attraction, beauty. These things are going to be out of your control. I mean, these are all three really good cards because you've got the Lust. Lust is courage, strength, energy, control of the life force. So you got three trump cards that are the things that are out of your control. And for the month of March, and all of these are strong cards, they really are. So you're going to be able to knock these troubles out of the way, I mean, fairly easy. And then when you're going to get to the happiness, and it's going to be really decent happiness, a really decent second part of the month. So Leo, that's not a bad reading. I mean, you got a few struggles here, but it's not a bad reading at all. I've seen a lot worse. So, if you have any questions, you can please put them in the comments below, and I will get to them as quick as I can. In the meantime, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I will see you next month.